This is a disclaimer to say that this video contains certain themes that some may find disturbing. If you are sensitive to the themes shown on screen, then please click away. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Hello everyone, it's Fog. I am officially back. I have been gone for kind of a while because sadly my drawing tablet had broken, and I tried thinking, oh, maybe I can draw on my phone because I have SpeedPaint X on there, but sadly I ended up not doing that and thought, oh, I'll just buy a new drawing tablet. Didn't have enough to buy the new tablet. Thought, oh, maybe I could get the one repaired, you know, the one that I've got. Couldn't get it repaired because it was too expensive. So I've ended up actually finally getting the new drawing tablet after all the fuss. Thank you to a family member for getting that for me. And I've come back with this video, which is actually something I'm pretty excited about. Anyway, enough of the rambling. I've been gone for a while, I'm back, and this video is about drawing my sister's characters, so her own OC. I kind of felt really inspired to draw OCs, and if any of you watching have suggestions on any OCs of your own or of friends that you want me to draw, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely look into it. So I'm going to explain the character lore as speed paints play on screen, because everyone loves a bit of lore, especially if you're a FNAF fan like myself. Yeah, the first character is Shah. So Shah basically is a mama's boy, as described by my sister herself. He grew up in a very not so great household. His father wasn't the best, and his mother kind of like nurtured him. His original name was Zachary, but he changed his name and goes by Shah deliberately because the name Zachary reminds him of his past, and the past being that he accidentally tripped and ended up with a very sharp object in the chest of his dad. It's a very crazy story. That's to put it in a more family friendly way. I'd say this video definitely isn't for kids. He is basically very adoring of his mother, but in a way Shah was glad that his father had passed away. Accidental or not, he was happy that he was gone, because of the things that his father was doing to his mother. His mother kind of, you know, still loves her son, and her son loves her. He just doesn't like to be reminded of what happened and pretends that it didn't, basically. But yeah, that's this character. He is very emo, very much something that I used to draw, and kind of ironically had a similar story for a character that I made myself when I was younger. I guess it's just like a teenage emo phase thing. If you're an artist, you'll probably know. Anyway, on to the next character. This character is called Zip. So this character is kind of like an anti-hero. This character has a whole family that are basically like criminals, but kind of like also anti-heroes. He is very much protective of his sister Ditzy. He's known as, I need a moment to try and say this because I'm getting tongue-tied just even thinking about it, the Pit Killing Kit, because he's very stealthy, he only attacks at night, and he only attacks people that do like actual crime, so he uses his bad abilities for good to be able to protect people that haven't committed any crimes or anything, because he kind of rebels against doing crime even though he actually is committing crime. It's giving Punisher a little bit. I don't know if any of you would get that. He basically wants to be able to look after his family that he closely cares about, and by doing so he lives a life of crime while also fighting crime. So it's kind of like, you can't do crime, only I can do that. If you're doing it, it's bad. It's kind of ironic, but he's a hero in the sense that he does it only for good causes, well, in his own mind. Another cool note about this character is he also actually works a weekend job, but it is as an assassin. But I thought it was going to be, he works a weekend job as like a cleaner. No, he's just got a weekend job as an assassin. Very teenage emo again. Anyway, we're on to the last character, Jenny. This character is very much Lily Lovebraid's mentality. In short, she speaks to a load of deceased people that she had caused the end of, if that makes sense. I'm still trying to keep it as nice as I can. It's just the character descriptions, I'm so sorry. She works at the Vivian Hotel, created by Vivian Watson, who is her mother. She was very lonely and kind of like neglected, pretty much. She makes the hotel appear as if it's like some kind of really safe place, kind of like Hasbin Hotel, only if it was like the biblically accurate version. So she kind of lures people in, and she is kind of like a seamstress. The only people that end up coming into this hotel are people who are desperate for shelter, because apparently this hotel is like really cheap and really glamorous for them, so they end up going there. But when she actually has someone that becomes a resident in this hotel, basically she ends up putting them to sleep permanently, and then preserves them without any odour, no rot, nothing at all. Basically like they are in a permanent sleep. And the reason I say she's like Lily Lovebraid is because she has like the voices of these characters in her head and she speaks to them. She just kind of like makes up personalities and voices for them, and she has like specific relationships with these bodies. She wraps them up and dresses them up in specific cloth. Each character will get their own different materials and makes them look extremely pretty, like living dolls, but not living. She also has a name that she calls herself, which is Death's Seamstress. Pretty cool. I wish I thought of that kind of stuff when I was younger. And one more note is that she has severe autophobia and has manic episodes where she rants to the bodies and begs them to never leave her, which obviously they won't, but she believes that they probably will at some point. And that is all of the characters. I know the stories were very dark, but that's the reason I put the disclaimer in the beginning of the video, just to make sure that no one who gets triggered by this kind of stuff watches. And if you have watched this far, thank you for staying, and I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. If you want any of my art, you can go on my imprint account, which I'll link in the description below, where you can get different prints. So you could get like stickers, you can get posters, you can get postcards if you wanted to, anything. Let me know what you think of these characters and their stories in the comments below. I will read all of them, and I'm sure my sister will love reading all of them as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!